off card collector, how do you deal with government taxes? I think we're talking income tax here when selling collections. So it's a really good question, one that's coming up more and more, especially as I believe PayPal or eBay has kind of lowered their threshold as far as how much money you're pulling out to the point where they have to issue a 1099 or report to the IRS. I'm in Canada, so it's going to be a little bit different here. We don't have the IRS, we have the CRA. But we'll start with you, Chris. I mean, and I also am aware that as a U.S. citizen, you still need to report your income to the government in the U.S., even though you don't live there. Whereas in Canada, you only report where you're resident. So if you're not a resident of Canada, you don't need to report to Canada. So you may not be a resident. You may, if you were Canadian, you wouldn't be a resident anymore. But as far as the U.S. goes, and if you want to keep this high level, please feel free. But how do you deal with income tax when selling sports cards?
I mean, I just report everything and pay my taxes. I'm not like, I have an accountant who handles all my taxes, and I keep records of my monthly sales and my monthly purchases. And there's not really more to it than that. They do they just put it all into the program and tell me what I owe.
Yeah, pretty much. And pretty much, I am a CPA, so it's in my nature to keep very detailed records, which I do. And yeah, I mean, the nice thing about being a hobbyist who generates some profit on an annual basis from the hobby is that, every time you travel to a card show, that's a deductible expense. Your hotel, your car rental, your showcase rental,
my flights.
All that. It's all deductible. So and it's not just in the sports card world. Any business you have, any expense that you can deduct against your income to come up to your taxable income is an expense that you need to take. So it's not just revenue minus expenses. That is minus cost of goods. That is simply gross margin. You've got all your G&A, your general and administrative expenses under there, whether it's travel, professional fees, promotional expenses, anything underneath there that you can also deduct to get to what is known as taxable income. And that's what you pay tax on. And it's going to be a lot lower than your top line revenue. So
No, and I record all that stuff goes to my accountant as well.
Yeah, which it needs to, especially with the numbers that we can be talking about in the hobby these days.